Okay, so looking at question 7 now, we are given the equation y is equal to 2x squared times 3x cubed minus 7x all over x. And we are asked to work out dy over dx. Now, this question awards us with 4 marks. The reason why I've cropped the question down a little bit more than that is because there's a lot of spare space for workings, which we're going to be using here on the blank page. Now, because this is, you would think it's quite a large question and it might be a bit difficult to solve. Well, in fact, it's quite simple, and it can be simplified further, and that's something you should always try and bear in mind before differentiating, or even trying to solve. Always make sure you either factorize and try to simplify as much as possible. So we can tell by the question that there is a multiple of x here, x squared, and we have a multiple of x here. Now these will simplify and will be eliminated, right? So the x value, if we like, this is what it will form when we simplify it. So y is equal to 2x times 3x cubed minus 7x. Okay, let's just make that bracket a little bit better, and then we can still simplify it further, because we can still take an x term out of both of these. We can still take a factor of x out of both of these terms here and put it outside the brackets. So we'll have 2x squared then, because the like terms will all collect, and then we would have 3x squared minus 7, and that is our most simplified forms at the moment. We can't really simplify it any more than that, so that's great. We've got everything we need. Now we can go ahead and expand it. We can expand everything out. We could have done that at this point, but because we don't know how to differentiate when we multiply this term here by these terms in the bracket. So what we do is we will expand everything out. So we'll multiply this term by this term and then add that to the product of that, and then we can differentiate each term individually. Okay, so y is equal to 2x squared times 3x squared. So when you're multiplying two terms like this, you multiply the coefficients, so 2 times 3, which makes 6, and then of course you still have the x, but when you multiply two x squared terms, the powers, the indices, these add together. Okay, so this would be x to the 4, right? X to the 4, like so. Okay, and then we have this term over here, the product of 2x squared multiplied by minus 7. Because there is no x term, we multiply only the coefficient and the constant, so that would make minus 14x squared, right? That's great. Okay, so now that's our most expanded form of the equation y, and now we can go ahead and differentiate with respect to x. So of course we notate this using the Leibniz notation, for those of you who are not familiar with that, and we are multiplying each term individually. Okay, so multiplying 6x to the 4